Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Leslie and today I am making a card using Not Too Shabby products. I have the Cool Treats paper and ephemera and some matching little dots here. The enamel dots, there we go, that's the name. And then I'm going to be using Kendra's Card Challenge 15. We're going to be using sketch number 2 today. And I just want you to know that this is a hop for Kendra's Card Challenge featuring Not Too Shabby because they are a super sponsor for Kendra. And our team today is showcasing some of their amazing products with the Kendra's Card Challenge number 15. So there is a playlist down below that you can hop from video to video. And I just want to start by showing you all the pretty paper that is in this paper pad. Like I said, this is called Cool Treats, and there's a whole lot of ice creams and ice pops and glitter pages, and I absolutely love it. I'm actually going to be doing a full set of 15 cards with this paper pad. Not today. We're just going to do one for you today. But I'm just showcasing this, letting you know there's 24 sheets in the pad, so there's 4 of each design, so there's plenty to use. And like I said, we're going to be using sketch number 2. So let's get started here. Also, I ask for you to give me grace. Doing voiceovers are a little bit of a struggle right now between the cold that I have going on and this pregnancy being halfway. Baby's already pressing against my lungs, so I'm a little out of breath as I do this. So give me grace. All right, but we are going to start. I'm going to use the back paper. I'm actually going to use a piece of pattern paper from the pad. You could use just plain cardstock. You could emboss the backing sheet. You can do it kind of any way you want. Kendra's always saying that these sketches are start off points and to make them your own. So I decided to use another coordinating paper that was already part of the pack because they just match beautifully and I thought it would look fantastic. So that's what we're doing today. I'm just using some tape to put that down to make sure that stays together just so it's not popping up on me as I get these 4 little strips down. Now these strips are 3 by 1 inches and I felt like they kind of blended too much into their background because they are the same mint color. So I am bringing out some Simon Says saturated ink in cappuccino just to kind of rub against the edges there. Just because, as you can see there, it just pops it out a little bit more. And I really wanted it to showcase that. And this particular sketch doesn't have mats. You could also add in some matting if you wanted to go that route. But I figured this one would kind of keep it a little bit simpler for me and really showcase those papers. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of scraping the paper along the ink pad. I went a little bit over zealous with that one. And of course, me saying it doesn't have to be perfect, I'm going to be a little bit of a perfectionist here and make sure that it's on all 4 of those sides with good coverage. So if you don't know what Kendra's Card Challenge is that it is a quarterly challenge where Kendra creates 15 different sketches using 6 sheets of 6 by 6 paper. She gives you the full cutting guides and sketches for free. You just have to add yourself as one of her Patreon members. And like I said, that is free. And then if you make a set of 15 cards, you can add it to our Facebook group and you can win some prizes at each month. You can actually do 3 different sets of 15 cards and play once a month. Of course, if you want to support the challenge even more, you can sign up to be a Patreon with extra benefits. And even this quarter, Kendra is coming out with SVGs for cutting machines to do those cutting guides. So you don't even have to follow along and try to cut it yourself. You can just plug it into your Cricut or Cut and Scan and get it cut that way. So you can also purchase past challenges But if you are a high enough tier with her Patreon shop, you can actually get early access to new challenges, free card making kits and samplers, an exclusive Facebook group, and other perks. So if you want to support the challenge that way, sign up for Kendra's Patreon. Now, back to the card. I am just using a T-ruler and then the lines of the pattern paper to make sure that I am lining up these ice creams correctly, making sure they're straight. I am putting a couple lines in between each space, just to make sure that they look even to my eyes. In the actual sketch, they might be a bit closer and there's a bit of a thicker border around them. But just for the look that I wanted them a little bit more spread out. And like I said, that's the great thing about these sketches. They are jumping off points. So like I said earlier, this is a hop today showcasing the Not Too Shabby products. There is a playlist down below, and if you go and watch all the videos on the playlist, you can enter to win a digital giveaway prize from Cards by Kendra. So that's really exciting. The deadline is July 23rd. So make sure you fill out the form down below before that date. And then the winner will be randomly chosen and announced on the Cards by Kendra's community tab. So now I'm just kind of dumping the ephemera out so you can kind of see what all comes with this particular pack. There is a lot of little ice creams, cherries, leaves, a bunch of individuals and little clusters together. I have used this paper pad and this ephemera on another card that is on my Instagram. So if you want to check that out to get an idea of how to use this paper pad in a different way. And like I said, I plan on doing a set of 15 cards that I will later showcase using just this paper and probably this ephemera and some other things from my stash. But what I wanted to focus on here are these ice creams that match this paper particularly, because I'm going to, instead of a little circle in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm going to use the little ice creams. And I think I'm going to use 2 of them here, the blue and it's kind of a yellowy orange color. What flavor of ice cream do you think that is? Because butterscotch maybe? I like butterscotch. Blueberry and butterscotch, we'll say. But I am going to use that as my little circle. And I'm going to go ahead and bump that up with some foam tape. I am going to actually kind of position them so they almost look like a heart. So, doing that. But I'm just bringing in some foam tape here. I'm going to bump up just part of the blue ice cream just because it does fall off of the paper, and that way it's a little bit more even. And then I'm going to bump up the other side just a little bit thicker foam tape just because I do want that added dimension there. And then with the other ice cream, I'm only going to put foam tape on one side and then use glue since it will be overlapping that other ice cream cone. And the idea is to kind of make it look like a heart here. I kind of was deciding where I actually wanted to put it because I can put it anywhere. That's the great thing about these sketches. So I decided to keep it in the lower hand corner, kind of keep it a little bit more true to this particular sketch and aim for kind of a heart for it. This is going to be a birthday card. I'm actually starting to focus a little bit more solely on birthday cards because I plan on doing a lot more cards to donate to Royal Family Kids Camp this year. So the majority of my cards and audience will be for birthdays, especially for 5 to 11-year-olds. So I just found a stamp in my stash that says sweet wishes for your birthday. So I figured that was perfect. I did stamp that in some Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated ink in spring because it matched perfectly. And then what you will see in the pictures later is that, again, I feel like it was getting too lost to that background, so I do end up taking that off and adding that cappuccino ink around the edges of that as well, so it does pop out. But I didn't do that on camera. I did it afterwards, right before I took pictures, because it was bugging me. And then we're just going to use the enamel dots from Not Too Shabby as well. There are actually several colors that match this paper, which is funny because this was actually in my stash to go with a gingerbread paper. So I like that it ended up matching this one as well. But I am going to use the white sparkly ones just because I like how they add a little bit of shine, but they don't take away from the pattern. So I just thought it added to the card very nicely. So this is my final card. Like I said, I used sketch 2 of Kendra's card challenge 15, and there is a hop going on today, so make sure that you check out the other videos, and there you can see the edges around the sweet wishes for your birthday. It just made it pop more. I like it. So make sure you do your 15 cards, get them uploaded, and have a chance to win from one of these amazing prizes, and especially from Not Too Shabby. So have a great day. If you like this video, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.